Hey, bike enthusiasts, that's right, I'm talking to you. It's your pals at electrifiedreviews.com back with another review that'll make you want to pedal your heart out. Today, we're talking about the 2023 Bandit Bike X-Trail Lite, the bike that's got it all and then some. We're talking fat tires, full suspension, a rear rack, and a display that's so futuristic, you'll want to give it a Turing test. And the best part, it's only going to set you back a cool $1,500. Does it deserve the price tag? Stay tuned to find out. You won't regret it, unless you hate fun, but who hates fun? That's just weird. Hold on to your helmets, folks. We've got a motor here that's going to make you feel like you're riding a flying saucer, minus the whole alien abduction thing, hopefully. The X-Trail Lite's rear hub motor nearly levitates this thing with a nominal output of 750 watts. And with the well-tuned pedal assist sensors, you'll be flying down the road like a bat out of heck. Sorry, we're a family-friendly channel here. You should also hold on to your handlebars because this bad boy falls into the Class 3 category, which means you can reach a top speed of 28 miles per hour with pedal assist. That's faster than a cheetah on rollerblades. We've done the research. So if you want to feel the wind in your hair or under your helmet, because safety first, hop on the X-Trail Lite and get ready for a wild ride. Just remember to hold on to your socks or anything else that might fall off. Hold on to everything you have if you want to keep it. Just solid life advice. The X-Trail Lite's removable 696 watt-hour battery gives you a minimum range of 35 miles, which is a lot of circles around the neighborhood. And with the convenience of easy removal for charging, you can top up the battery anywhere you want, whether it's in your cozy living room or in a secluded forest. I mean, you'd need a generator in the forest scenario, but you could do it. So if you're ready to leave range anxiety in the dust, or mud, or sand, or whatever terrain you prefer, hop on the X-Trail Lite and let it carry you to greatness, or to the gas station for a Snickers. No more are the days of awkwardly hopping onto your bike like a frog on a hot plate. With the X-Trail Lite, mounting and dismounting is as easy as pie, unless you're bad at baking, in which case it's probably easier. And with an upright riding position that'll make you feel like you're royalty, minus the servants and the whole being rich thing, this bike is perfect for riders who want to at least pretend. The bike's frame geometry provides a standover height of 15 inches, or about 0.231 Altuves, and a reach of 18 inches, making it suitable for riders of all shapes and sizes, except maybe those who are really tiny or really huge. With an 80mm travel front suspension fork, this bike is ready for anything you throw at it, or throw it at if you're feeling feisty. And with lockout and preload adjustment options, you can fine-tune your suspension setup for any situation, whether you're cruising on a smooth path or shredding down a bumpy hill, like a boss, obviously. The rear suspension was tuned really well and added a huge bonus for us in the ride feel department. The fact that we can adjust the saddle up and down while still getting a legit moped-style seat was really cool. This really opens the X-Trail to more folks of differing leg lengths. Man, say that 10 times fast. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that to you. Safety is paramount, and the X-Trail Lite does not disappoint with its hydraulic disc brakes and 180mm rotors. These brakes provide consistent stopping power at every squeeze of the trigger. The fact that we have hydraulic brakes here is pretty darn awesome if you ask me. Where's the humor, you ask? Safety is no joking matter, so we'll just take a break from that. Come on, I had to throw at least one pun in there. With a 7-speed Shimano turning gearing system that's smoother than a baby's bottom, minus the diaper rash, this bike is ready to take you on any terrain, except maybe outer space, but I hear Bandit Bike is actually working on that. If you're looking for a bike that lets you ride like a champion, or at least like someone who knows how to shift gears without falling over, hop on the X-Trail Lite and cruise seamlessly into the extra section of this review. Seamless transition. The X-Trail Lite comes with a full suite of extras to enhance your riding experience. It features full fenders to keep you dry in wet conditions, integrated front and rear lights for added visibility, and a cargo capacity of 75 pounds on its rear rack. These extras makes the X-Trail Lite a fantastic choice for riders who want a practical and well-equipped e-bike, kind of like Hermione Granger's purse from Harry Potter. It's small, but it fits everything you need in it, and maybe even a few things you don't, like a petrified cat or a sneakoscope. Now get ready to feel like Maverick and Top Gun, folks, because the cockpit of the X-Trail Lite is like a fighter jet ready for takeoff, minus the missiles and ammunition, all that other stuff. The display here is more informative than the morning news and less depressing. The coolest part is the NFC card that you can use to unlock the bike. Now, this is the first one I've personally used, and I love the functionality. Plus, the display itself has a nice clean look to it, shows you all the pertinent info you want it to, well, display. The X-Trail Lite is like a magical creature from Fantastic Beasts. With fat 4-inch tires and a suspension smoother than a hippogriff's flight, this bike is like a creature that's ready for any use case you could conjure up. And with ample cargo space, it's like a Thunderbird, ready to carry all your treasures. And if magic isn't your thing, the X-Trail Lite would be a solid bike for short-distance commuters or just an all-around utility bike. Speaking of taking flight, let's go ahead and head outside for the ride test. Alright guys, we are out here on the X-Trail from Bandit Bikes. Now normally for these ride tests the bike is on, we just kind of take off and we do our thing, but it's off here and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. So we're gonna press the power button here, right, to power it on. Nice big color LCD here. Now you see this little square right here, You see this little card right here? Watch what happens when I put this right over here. Boom. The bike is unlocked. I know for you people who do that every day with your credit cards, it's not as magical, but on an e-bike, that's a really cool feature that we just don't see a lot of. Now, when you turn the bike on, it's gonna mean pedal assist level 0, and the throttle does not work. Excellent safety feature, so as you turn the bike on, you're not bumping it before you're ready to take off. Let's go ahead and put it in pedal assist level 6. Thought it went to 5, but look at that, it goes up to 6. It's extra super sport mode. Let's go ahead and hit the throttle on it. Now, one of the things that I like about this bike in particular, other than just, generally the aesthetic is actually pretty dope. It's got a cool frame. I like the little bit of bamboo here on the rear rack, but it's this saddle. So the saddle here, and the reason I'm not calling it a seat is because, when you see a lot of these bikes that have sort of that moped style to it, they have that, that moped style seat, and it's big, it's plush, it's comfortable. But this one has a lot of those characteristics except for it's adjustable. So not only can you have the comfort of that, but it's not just bolted to the frame somewhere. You can adjust it, and that just kind of makes a world of difference when it comes to a lot of those bikes where people want those seats, but they're 6'1", 6'2", whatever. It just doesn't make sense for them to be on that sort of bike. So let's go ahead and shift up. Now in gear 7, we can go up to 28 miles per hour, but we start getting ghost pedaling around that 22 miles. But if you just kind of keep cruising around, gets up to that 20 miles per hour. And this motor feels powerful. We've been riding around on some that were tuned a little bit differently. And of course, these brakes, stopping on this incline here. Dip down to about 14.8 there. But that was throttle only. Let's go ahead and just cruise, do some cruising. Now on this bike, it does have a bit of an aggressive tread, and you can still hear the motor. This does sound like an e-bike, but you just get to cruise on this thing. Like I said, with that adjustable saddle, I'm up, I'm in a good pedal geometry, just cruising, just ripping on through, giving everybody a head nod. It's a good morning in Texas. All right, now let's go ahead and test out these brakes. We're going 20 miles per hour, full speed. We'll do it in 3, 2, 1. That was probably about 17, 18 feet going full speed. Just trying to feather it. Tires locked up a little bit on us. Let's go ahead and do some spins. You guys know I like spinning out here. Okay, didn't spin out as much as I wanted to. I just need to go faster. I'm threatening me with a good time, everybody. Now, there's not much of a delay between the throttles, so if I'm holding the throttle and I go to pedal assist and let go, the pedal assist kind of takes over, so there's no delay as far as that goes. And then if I want to stop and hit the throttle, not much of a delay there either. So that is always nice to see, very responsive. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my favorite pea gravel pathway over here. Look at that, the road ahead, it's curvy. And even if I try to kick out a little bit, I'm still able to retain control, even though it is kind of sketchy to ride on this most of the time, because it is, very loose and just piled up in some spots. Go ahead and pop it over here. Woo! That was awesome. And that probably looked a lot more violent than it actually was. But if there wasn't that wood there, maybe that would have been the coolest slide of all time. Or maybe it was the coolest slide of all time. You guys vote below. Was that the coolest slide of all time? I'm expecting a high percentage to say no, but that's how it goes. All right, guys, we're back up. We are moving and grooving. No harm, no foul. Just a little spin out here. Bike is in perfect working order. I'm in perfect working order, or I should say the same working order I was before the tragedy struck this ride test. Yeah, between the front suspension, the fat tires, and that really, really cushiony seat, going over stuff like that is, yeah, really not noticeable. Love it. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for our ride test on the X-Trail from Bandit Bikes. If you guys wanna know more about them, I'll have a link to them somewhere around here. And as always, head on over to electrifiedreviews.com. Check out our compare tool. Look at all the advanced specs. Well, not necessarily advanced, but you can look at them in an advanced way. Love you guys. Thank you for being part of this community, and we'll catch you on the next one. With a powerful motor that's stronger than the Hulk, a comfortable frame geometry that's more ergonomic than Iron Man's suit, and a host of practical extras that are more helpful than a utility belt, this bike offers more bang for your buck than a Tony Stark invention. That thing was full of puns. And while it may not be as light as Thor's hammer, its performance and capabilities more than make up for it. Plus, you don't need to be worthy just to ride it. So if you're ready to ride like a superhero, or at least someone who's, seen the movies, head over to electrifiedreviews.com to learn more about this fantastic e-bike and join the League of Extraordinary Riders.